My best friend slept with my boyfriend while telling me he wasn't that into me. I took her to brunch and left with the wine. So I had this best friend named Kira since sophomore year of college. We did everything together, studied together, went out together, even got apartments in the same building after graduation. I genuinely thought she was my person. But Kira had this thing where she always needed to feel like she was winning. If I bought a new dress, she'd buy two. If I mentioned a guy was cute, she'd suddenly be talking to him by the end of the night. If I got a promotion, she'd find a way to mention her salary was still higher. If I was happy about anything, she'd find a way to one-up it or ruin it. I thought it was just her personality, competitive but harmless. Then I started dating this guy named Wesley. He was sweet and funny and actually seemed to like me for me. Kira was weird about it from the start. She'd make little comments like, oh, he's cute in like an approachable way, or you two are so perfect together because you're both so chill, which I learned was her code for boring. But she was always around, always third-wheeling even when I didn't invite her. She'd show up at restaurants where Wesley and I were having dinner. Oh my god, what a coincidence. She'd text him memes and tag him in posts. Just being friendly. He's basically my friend too now. Then Wesley became distant. He'd take forever to text back, canceled plans last minute. When I asked if something was wrong, he said he just had a lot going on at work. Kira was extra supportive during this time. She'd come over with wine and let me vent. Men are so confusing. Maybe he's just not that into it anymore. One night she said, can I be honest? Maybe he needs someone with more energy. You've been kind of boring lately. No offense, but I'm just saying what he's probably thinking. She'd rub my back while I cried. Some best friend. One night I left my phone at Kira's apartment after one of our wine nights. I went back to get it and used the spare key since she wasn't answering her door. Wesley's shoes were by her door. I could hear them laughing in her bedroom. I stood there holding the phone full of texts from Kira telling me Wesley probably wasn't that into me anymore. I didn't knock. I didn't confront them. I just left. I sat in my car for an hour. I didn't cry. I just replayed every wine night, every text. Every time she called me boring while rubbing my back. Every time she told me I deserved better while being the reason I felt worse. I didn't sleep that night. I just stared at the ceiling planning. The next morning, Kira texted me like nothing happened. Brunch later? I said sure. My treat. We met at this fancy place she always wanted to try but said was too expensive. I got there first and told the waiter we'd be ordering a lot because we were celebrating. He smiled and said of course. Kira showed up glowing and happy, talking about how she'd had the best night's sleep. I told her to order whatever she wanted, so she did. The high-end avocado toast, the lobster eggs Benedict, a $40 mimosa flight, an appetizer sampler, just to try. She even ordered a bottle of wine for the table because we deserve it after everything you've been through with Wesley. I almost laughed. I smiled and nodded through all of it. The food arrived. Kira took her first bite of lobster and closed her eyes like she was in heaven. That's when I asked, so how long have you been sleeping with Wesley? Her fork stopped halfway to her mouth. Her face went white. What are you talking about? I came back from my phone last night. I saw his shoes. I heard you two laughing. I kept my voice calm. While you were texting me that he probably wasn't that into me anymore. That was a nice touch. She started stammering. It's not what you think. It just happened. I was going to tell you. I didn't mean for save it. I stood up, grabbed the bottle of wine off the table and smiled. We're done. Enjoy your meal. I walked out with the bottle in my hand and left her sitting there. $40 mimosas, lobster Benedict, appetizer sampler, a check she didn't see coming, and a restaurant full of people staring at the girl who just got walked out on. She texted me 11 times that night, called twice, left a voicemail I deleted without listening. I didn't open a single message. The wine was good though. I drank it on my couch that night watching trashy reality TV, just like we used to do, except now I didn't have to share.